Thank you for joining us, Labor candidate for Melbourne, Jennifer Kanis. Just wanted to start off, in 2012 you were elected as MP for Melbourne following the resignation of long-standing member Bronwyn Pike. What have you learned in your first 2 years as member for Melbourne?
One of the most amazing things about being an MP is the people who tell you their stories and tell you about their problems, and some of those stories are heartbreaking. I recently heard a story about a mother and her newborn child who were living in a car in Carlton, and it's those kind of stories that motivate me to keep on working in the job that I do.
One of probably the biggest election issue for your electorate is the building of the East-West link. Why has Labor decided to change its position on the project?
Well, let's be very clear, Labor hasn't changed its position on the East-West link. From the very beginning we've said that the East-West link is not a priority for Victoria, that we're opposed to the project. What we've been doing over the last year or so is trying to find a way to actually stop the project. While our opposition have been sloganeering around ripping up contracts, what the Labor Party has been doing is finding a way that is sustainable to actually stop the project from going ahead without costing our education and health system. The Labor Party has done that, and we will not build the East-West link, and we will put that money into other forms of transport such as public transport and local road projects.
The current government seemingly is ignoring many health issues. What will Labor do to fix the problems within the health system?
Yeah, well, one of the big problems has been the paramedics and the failures of the ambulance system, despite the really hard work of the people who drive the ambulances and who treat the patients. And one thing that we've said is that we will straight away start negotiating with the ambulance paramedics in good faith and resolve their industrial dispute so that we can get on with actually trying to fix the system. The ambulance delays are a big concern. We also need to look at our hospitals as well. There are delays and there are some terrible stories coming out of people just leaving hospitals without getting the service and the treatment that they need, and we're going to be looking at that as a real priority for our government.
So law and order issues have traditionally not been one for the state government at election time. What is Labor's plan to address our law and order issues?
We think that the biggest law and order issue in Victoria is actually family violence. We have, I think it's one person a week on average who is killed from family violence. It is the biggest source of death and injury amongst women and children, and that's our number one law and order issue. And we've said that we will not only put some funding into various services straight away, but then also hold a Royal Commission to make sure that we fix this system that is broken.
So conducting a Royal Commission can be quite lengthy and very expensive. Why is it the best choice for addressing these issues?
When you've got one woman a week dying from family violence, I think it's a time to say, okay, let's have a look at what this system really needs. The system's not working. Let's not be political about it. Let's actually get some real solutions. And we've said that this Royal Commission will start very quickly and will report within a year. Because we don't want delays. We want to get on and make sure that we've got some time to actually implement all of the recommendations of the Royal Commission.
So a swing towards the Greens may indicate that your electorate feels very strongly about social and environmental issues. Can you win against the Greens?
Well, I think undoubtedly we can win against the Greens, and we won against the Greens in 2012 when we weren't the favourites. I think that Labor is the party that has the runs on the board when it comes to the environment. It has the runs on the board when it comes to social issues, and if people want real changes in those areas, then we need a change of government. And Labor is the party of government, and we will deliver changes in the environment. We have delivered social change and will continue to deliver social justice.
Okay, Jennifer Kanis, Labor candidate for Melbourne, thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much for your time.